tasted water, but as these fans know, the Little Brown Jug's history is a long one, and when it's on the line, everyone is thirsty for a sip of victory. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So Minnesota's offense comes onto the field first today. Michigan completely controlled this rivalry game last year and just took the jug away from the Gophers.
Listen, Michigan's a program at this point with recent success. They're thinking about national championships. We've seen them in the college football playoff here in recent years. This is a rivalry game against Minnesota that they're expected to dominate, and last year, David, they did.
Michigan, year after year, one of the winningest programs in all of college football. We expect them to be great. Always a tremendous challenge for Minnesota to try to get that Little Brown Jug.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got the back over the middle. No chance to run, but still a good game.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Makes the grab. It's long. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So the Michigan Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs.
Gets away from one. He's got space. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Finding open areas. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Wolverines. He got a step and just dusted the field. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
In the roar of the Little Brown Jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told them, well, come win it if you want it so bad.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you know, you get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity, sign me up, bro.
Intercepted for the 11th time.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there, and it was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Powers through the defender. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Dumps it to the back. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Wolverines. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And they come up with a huge pick-6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They'll get to keep possession, but man, do they have a long way to go after that fumble threw them in reverse. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Fires left. He's got an open man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. He might want another play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Flips it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. After the short completion, do they go for the big one on third down? Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Oh, better look out. He has the first and still on his feet. Oh, look out on the right. At the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that fielding Hurry-Up Yost was worried that Minnesota would contaminate his water supply, hence the start of the Little Brown Jug.
How about that, man? A little tampering back then, a little you're gonna fix the game, mess with my players, and I think all of those things. It's really cool to learn the backdrops, Jesse, of rivalries and how things are named the way they are and why the hatred usually runs so deep.
And you know what's interesting is a lot of these players on the field right now, they probably don't have any idea of the history and how interesting that is. All they care about is adding another trophy to the trophy case, and they want the Little Brown Jug in that box.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's going to take off. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. They boot it away. Looks it in at the 40. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wide receiver comes in motion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff from the gun. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. He finds a dead spot in the middle. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Wolverines are on the move. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Outside the pocket, lets it go. On target over the middle. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Trying to have success on 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back in the 10. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looking to throw on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
To the air on 2nd down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He'll be forced out of bounds at the 15, and that gives him some more room to work.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the 1st half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season.
Touchdown, Wolverine! Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take the deep shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And they will score! Touchdown, Michigan!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll leave it with him. And some room to work. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Bring in the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Dances away to buy time. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's ball. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
That is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, great energy in that building and a fun first half for both Michigan and Minnesota with the little brown jug on the line. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Minnesota and Michigan plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Golden Gophers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Going to the run to start this second half. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Lost one deep down the right side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. The play action fake. Unleashes one. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's a heat. They're working that left side. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Off the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Wolverines. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Michigan has dominated this rivalry over the years, and they look oh so close to securing the jug again.
You look at Michigan on paper, and they have an advantage all over the place against Minnesota. It was a question of whether they could just stay out of their own way. If they eliminated the mistakes, we knew this was going to be a tall order for Minnesota, and Michigan just looks dominant.
Yeah, it stinks, but it is the facts. The facts are you're less talented at Minnesota, and you've got to play really, really well, especially in these rivalry games, and hope to cast Michigan on a bad day. But that little brown jug is inching towards Michigan's sideline now.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Gophers with the 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
The Golden Gophers are flying down the field. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Turning it on. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. The Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to him again. Picks up the 1st down. At the 20, he's got space. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, Michigan! Quick strike through the air for the score. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way through.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Rushes on him, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good fist.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Finds his man. It's long.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. You picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the Golden Gophers in a good spot here with second and short. Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to go up top on first down. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Wants to throw it. Another incompletion on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Wide receiver going in motion. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure coming. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate from a fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him. Makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he drops to throw. And And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Touchdown, Wolverine. This trophy has been around forever, the oldest in the FBS.